full
Good
house
hustle.
tonight. Yeah, pretty cool.
Lucky. Lucky is more like it.
And they didn't move after the first shot?
They're dumb deer. My
What was
freezer's
that?
full though. Yeah.
Full house, huh?
That is nice.
Here.
I get to shake everybody's hands before I leave.
Your last one?
What's that?
Your last one?
Yep. I filled my long term. Can't go anymore. So. 8 years. Term limit, that's the word I'm looking for.
Right.
I didn't realize there was a term limit.
Yeah, that. I believe there's something in there that's overridden. You gonna add the term limit about the time that yours is gonna expire?
We're in the middle, and I might as well reduce it. All right. Call this January UAC meeting to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a member of the public. Any comments?
I'm actually the press.
You're the press.
I guess
You
I'm
can still
public,
comment
but
if you'd like.
no, I have no comment.
Okay. Does any commissioner wish to remove an item from the consent agenda? Then I would entertain a motion to approve it.
So move.
Second.
Motion Boyd, second Barney to approve the consent agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. New business item number 1.
John Crevens. I work senior electrical engineer in the utility department. We found the recommendation is consider a recommendation to City Council to award a supply contract, fabricate and furnish 2 substation relay panels. Transmission lines are a vital part of the distribution system. They provide path of transfer power between generation and load. Any fault, if not detected and isolated quickly, will cascade and cause serious damage. On September 29th, 2015, a fault on the KCP&L Moonlight substation tripped the breaker at Gardner Substation Number 1, causing an outage affecting 1,400 customers. Further investigation revealed the current tone transmission line relaying used for communication between the KCP&L Moonlight sub and substation number 1 is not operable and is out of service. On June 20th, the City Council approved a recommendation to award an engineering contract to replace the transmission line relays, Substation 1, Substation 2, to Kiewit in the amount of $37,997. Staff has been working with KCP&L Kiewit to provide a new fiber optic-based SEL transmission line protection system for this line. It's also staff's recommendation to move the relay panel located at the Moonlight substation to our control room in substation number 2. The other half of the relay panel is located in substation number 1. So we have a panel on substation 1, substation Bid invitation was published in the Gardner News and posted in the city website on November 30th, 2016. 4 bids were received. You can tell 3 of the bids were extremely competitive. The 2 middle bids were within $200. Taxes are not included in the bids. Staff recommendation is to approve a recommendation to the City Council to award a service contract to Keystone Electrical Manufacturing Company for $51,148 plus tax and shipping charges to fabricate and furnish the 2 substation relay panels. Comment?
This will fabricate the panels. What else do we envision we're gonna be doing to those panels going forward?
They'll have to be furnished, they'll have to be installed and tested. And that's the other part of the contract. We had also let that contract, at the time of this bid, we had received no responses to this bid. In further investigation, we have recontacted the people that we had reached out to before, and they said that originally that they didn't feel that the cost exposure was sufficient, but in noting that none were required, we have requested this again. We will be getting those bids back again on January 19th.
Questions, gentlemen?
Are you comfortable with the one that, your recommendation? Have you talked to them a lot? You got
Keystone has a good, strong bid, and like I said, it looks to be about the cost of the units. They're all fairly close in price, except for the one that's the outlier.
Have you got any references on him? I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. And you're
Keystone has done work
satisfied with that?
before of this type.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason the prices were so close is that it was very well laid out in the Kiewit bid proposal.
That makes a difference too. All right, any more questions? Pretty.
I entertain a motion.
I moved to approve recommendation for the City Council to award service contract to Keystone Electrical Manufacturing Company, $51,148.41 plus taxes and shipping charges to fabricate and furnish 2 substation relay panels.
Second.
Motion Boyd, second Learned. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thanks, sir. Discussion item number 1. Outage report.
Good evening.
Evening, Alex.
The first item is the 2016 fourth quarter electric outage report. In summary, we had 7 outages affecting 213 customers. 5 were caused by animals, 1 caused by trees, 1 caused by bad equipment. The average response time was 15 minutes, and the length of the outage was 48 minutes.
Workday numbers still look great.
Yep.
I mean, not that the after hours are bad, but workday are pretty impressive still.
So you have any questions on the fourth quarter outage report?
Do you have any recommendations to lower that any, Don? Yeah, that's where I'm heading.
On
Do
the
they have
animals,
do they have squirrel guards in those locations?
we're Bruce and I were looking at the areas to put some animal guards, so squirrel guards.
Okay, you're gonna do that?
Yep.
Okay, that's all I have.
Then on the second item is the annual outage report, 2016. We had 29 outages affecting 2,631 customers. 11 caused by equipment problems, 1 caused by trees, 13 caused by animals, 2 caused by storms, and 2 caused by damage from others. The average response time was 14 minutes, and the average length of the outage 1 hour and 7 minutes. If we compare it to the 2016 to the 2015, the total amount of outages are down. We had 29 for 2016. For 2015, we have 52. In 2014 outages, we have 53.
So significantly less.
So it's almost cut by half. A little more than half.
Well, it's
Hey.
nice to see at the other and the unknown we didn't have any, so we know what they all were.
Yep.
It's always nice.
Good.
Yeah, that looks great.
Any question on the 2016 outage?
Is that the trucks, or that is our trucks?
No, I think that's, it wasn't our truck,
It wasn't?
no.
Oh, you mean the
The
wreck?
trash truck? Oh, I guess the trash truck's not.
Trash.
The dump truck.
But it wasn't ours.
Sorry, I think at the time. Oh. It's always good to see that go down.
Yep. It's pretty good. Also have a report on the line maintenance. The first map is the 2016 sanitary sewer program. As a brief background, we have about 109 miles of sewer lines all across the city. Roughly 21% of those sewer lines were inspected this year. Inspected and cleaned. The total amount of actually feet was 119,170 feet of sewer lines that were inspected and cleaned this year. We had 6 backups in 2016. I don't have the detail, but looking at the previous years, it was close to 12 backups. So I think the program of inspecting and cleaning the sewer lines is reducing the backups in the events due to backups.
I still recall we had a lengthy discussion on the details at a previous meeting.
And on the map, everything red is what was inspected and cleaned, and the yellow circles are the actual where the location where the backups actually occurred. So any question on the sewer program, 2016?
Is that one in the middle? Is that one that you just put in?
The one in the middle?
Yeah, in the middle of them all, yeah.
The one we put in?
There was a 32-inch line on Washington, I think you guys put.
No, we have none. That project has been pushed for 2017, for this year.
No, it's already in. I watched it being done. But they connected to that. There was a 16-inch sewer. They connected a 32 for the school. On the other side.
No,
that looks where they tried to connect that, and I'm wondering.
No, that's not. This is an actual backup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the school, what happened, we had to go ahead and they had to run a new sewer line to accommodate the high school expansion. That's what we're talking about?
Yeah, well, they put it underneath the railroad track and then down, like Cedar, and then through Washington, all the way down to that park. No, I'll talk with
Uh,
you.
uh,
I'll talk with you offline. But they put a 32-inch main into a 16-inch main, or a 16-inch, so I was wondering if that's where it is.
No,
The math didn't add up when they were putting it in, so I was like, that
no,
looks
these are
nice.
just backups and inspections and cleanup.
Okay,
Has no, construction or replacement.
sounds good.
At one point, we had, one of the pieces of equipment was broken, and then we got it back. Was it the thing that turns the meter, or turns the exercise valves for the water? Do we have any problems on the sewer side, as far as equipment with the back truck or anything else? I'm trying to remember.
Nope.
We were wanting a new back truck, I thought. We were working on getting a
And
new.
the camera had a problem though, right?
We had a
It
problem,
was-
with the camera we used to do the inspections, we had a problem, it broke back in July. And right now the camera is damaged again.
Oh,
That's because it's a push and pull camera, doesn't have a wheels or a card that actually helps the camera move along the pipe. So we're looking into replacing the system we have, because it takes 2 to 3 people to use the equipment for inspecting the lines. With the camera with the car or wheels, maybe one person can do the whole thing. So we're looking into getting something a lot better that we can inspect more lines and use less people to do the inspections. That's coming up this year, I hope.
Okay. Sounds good.
And similar, there's a second map showing the water program. We have 136 miles of water lines. Those go from Hillsdale Water Treatment Plant all the way to the city of Garner. We have 2,394 water valves and approximately 1,100 water hydrants. We have roughly exercised the 47% of the water valves in 2016. You can see the water valves exercised are shown in green, and the hydrants valves exercised are shown in red circles. And the circle with a red cross are the water main breaks we had this year. We had 5 events this year.
that went down, right?
It went down also.
Probably pretty good if you can get through the entire city in 2 years and exercise every valve and hydrant. That's
On the sewer lines,
Great.
what we're shooting for is 25% a year of the lines. And water, if we can do 50% a year, will be great.
yeah, that's pretty impressive.
So any question on the 2016 water program? Do we have the slide for the, what Lisa? On your monitors, you will see, this year, now if you remember, we had you approved a recommendation to the city council for the cleanup of the 2 sludge ponds we have at Hills of Water Treatment Plant. We have 2, and every year one of the ponds needs to be cleaned. So the pictures show that how the work in progress, they should be finished by this week. But basically, all the sediments from the water treatment, they end up in this pond. So every year we have to drain it and remove all the sediments out of the ponds.
What do you do with the sediment?
They go to a landfill.
Oh, what?
Landfill.
Okay.
That's the only picture we have? Yeah. So that's a ongoing, process, and we used to do a, bid invitation on an annual basis, so last year we did a 4-year contract. So that will expedite the process.
No surprises, I take it?
Excuse me?
No surprises?
Well, the first, again, I don't know if you remember, but the first, it was awarded to a different contractor, and he actually said, I cannot do it. So we had to go to the second lowest bid, which was the same contractor that had done it for the past 2 or 3 years. And the difference was about $2,000. But Walters Excavating is doing this work, which they did it last year. They know what they're doing, so everything went pretty good.
They know what they're getting into.
On the electric, I mentioned last meeting, we put in place a new transformer, the 161 kV breaker, the 2 feeder breakers that are connected to T2 transformer, and we did a upgrade on the generator relay protection on unit 1 and 2, and also the vibration. It took us a lot of wiring and we encountered a lot of setbacks and problems during the installation of the relay protection and the vibration, but I'm happy to tell the unit 1 is available for generation. We tested it last week. We were able to put out close to 17 megawatts. That's due mainly to the cold weather. And unit number 2, we started it today, and we have not synced the unit to the system yet, but hopefully we'll be able to do so next week. So we'll have the 2 units with new vibration monitors, 2 new generator protection monitors and relays in service by next week. But it was a long, long process. And most of the problem was we lack information of what was done previously, so we actually had to trace wires to figure out how it was done. So that took a lot of time.
Do you remember, but I want to say we were only getting 12 and a half out of those.
That's during the
6
summer.
years ago.
During the summer, you get about 12 and a half.
Okay.
Because you're talking about 80 degrees.
Yeah.
So the lower your temperature, the air is more dense, so you're able to get more megawatts.
That's good.
So that's on the electric, and that's all I have on project updates.
I would like to thank Commissioner Boyd for all of his service. This is his last meeting. You guys all have had him here for a couple of years, but he was the president, chairman, whatever you want to call him, when I started. So I had the pleasure of working with Lance for 6 years, and he's been a wealth of information and knowledge for us. So I would like to thank Commissioner Boyd for his service. Anyone else have any questions, comments? I entertain a motion to
I
adjourn.
make a motion to adjourn the meeting, my last motion.
Second.
Motion
Okay.
Boyd, second Barney, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Didn't want Ryan to take my last motion. Good to meet. Know ya. Wayne? Yep.
I'm sure we'll see you around town somehow.
Yep.
You're gonna show up and be the member.
Yeah, you keep. Yeah, we'll see.
If I have a problem. Good working with you, Ryan.
Probably the squirrels, right? That's an ongoing joke.
Yeah. But we're improving. We're improving.
Yeah.
That's important. And, you know, I didn't have any complaints. We're approving, I can't be hard on it.
When I first got on board, we would joke with the director at that time. Yeah, outages have been a lot better in my neighborhood. The squirrels a lot better. Well, it went underground.
Had tree trimming, I think it
There
was
was tree trimming, and then yeah, there was underground, and I didn't know that at the beginning. So
John?
Thank you for serving it.
Excuse me,
yeah,
it's good meeting you.
right, which is nice until a cable failed, and then the whole neighborhood.
But they've come a long way since they started.
Yeah, they're getting
The
better.
old days, boy, that's wasn't even